Hi guys, so here I have the Fnatic Ministreak with me, and this is my opinion and review of it. Now my daily driver used to be this. This is the Ducky 12 SF, and I thought of trying out the Fnatic Ministreak because I wanted these keys on this side, which is the page up, page down, and I need that because I normally work on Excel. So the arrow keys and the page up and page down are pretty useful. Another thing that actually I was looking forward to were these media keys over here. So it has a mute and it has a mic mute as well. तो मुझे लगा कि while streaming this might be very useful. Now off the bat, if you see these keys, they are a bit shiny, and you can see कि मेरे finger के oil smudges हैं यहाँ पे. You can see them reflecting, and the reason for that is because these keys are actually ABS and they are not PBT. So what happens as a result is जो भी finger के oil marks है, they start collecting on that, and even if you keep cleaning it, the keyboard starts getting shinier and shinier. So you can obviously replace the keycaps, and that should not be an issue. It comes with the standard Cherry MX kind of key stub or keycap, so you can just replace them. These keycaps were a lot narrower compared, or actually they felt a lot narrower than the Ducky one too. And for the first week I would fat finger a lot, and I would actually, while typing, also end up making some mistakes. After using it for a couple of weeks, it seems fine, and I don't have that error rate that I used to. These are the Cherry MX Red, and this is the silent edition. So what that means is below this there is an O-ring which actually dampens the sound when you press it completely. And if you just see side by side, you can see how this actually compares with the Ducky 12 SF. I'll show you the space bar, and you can see over here it would be a lot quieter than this. So let me just bring the mic closer to it and you can see the comparison. Ducky 12. And now this is the Ministreak. So you can see just the spacebar itself, it's a lot quieter, and overall even the other keys are a lot quieter. One thing though, in the start when I was using it, it felt a bit, how do you say it, it felt a bit squishy, and I don't know whether that was because it needs the grease to settle in, or it's just the keys as they are when they are new, and maybe after some use and break in they just become fine. So these seem fine now, but I think I still enjoy typing more on the Ducky 12 rather than this. In terms of response, they both seem the same. It's not like this key seems faster than that or anything as such. Now if you go behind and you take a look at it, this is where things actually start to get a bit tricky for me. So if you see, these are the side supports for increasing and changing the height, and they just have one setting. You don't have any setting. It's either flat or it is this, and as such it's not that much of a difference when you use them. The second one is this routing that they have given over here. I don't know why they didn't have it straight, and these teeth that they have over here, they tend to just bite into the cables, and you see I'm using the Ducky 12 cable, and I can see some marks over here because of the teeth that they have over here to bite into the cable. I've just kept it without that, and I'm just using the stands to lift the keyboard a little bit, and the angle is fine. Even if you put it flat, it seems okay, but I like them raised a bit. But if you want a keyboard that's raised slightly higher, then no, you cannot make that adjustment. Now there is some RGB in it, and I'm not really too fond of RGB, so I couldn't care less for it. But you can customize it, and for customizing it you would have to actually get into the software, and I am not a fan of downloading extra bloatware. Now one good thing that they have done over here is there is a function key over here and a function lock. So if you want to use these keys, you can, as you see, you can press the function and then use them, or you can press the function lock and then use them, and it will serve as a function key. Pretty useful feature, not used as much, but it's kind of useful when you want to. Now coming to another reason why I wanted the keyboard was because of these media keys over here. And when I thought about it first, I thought it would be very useful, but these keys, you see, they are very high. You see, they are very high, and actually I'll keep it next to the Ducky 12 and you will see how high these are. So So this is the Ducky 1-2, and you can see that there is a big difference between the height and the travel distance for both the keys. Now, while you're gaming as such, it's fine. It's not a big deal because you barely notice the travel distance unless you are super finicky about it. But what happens as a result of this height is when you're using the keyboard as such, this is the angle that I get to see from my line of sight, and you can see the media keys are barely visible, or they are not even visible actually. If I want to see them, I actually have to lean over the keyboard and then see them, and that makes it unusable really. I know that the mute button is here and the mic mute is here, but there is this Fnatic game mode activation which disables the window key and all that, and I don't want to mess around with that while I'm gaming or while I'm streaming. So it makes these buttons pretty useless for me. Had they been on the side, would have been more useful, but that's the only complaint that I have. And I think other than that, the keyboard is perfectly alright. The typing experience is excellent. While you're gaming, it's pretty good. The fancy RGB, if you are into it, is also nice. But compared to the Ducky 1-2, as I said, that's what I would prefer as my daily driver, and this is not something that I would use. Because of the height, I cannot use the mute button and mic mute button. I cannot see it, and I don't like to press buttons that I cannot see. So I think that's about it. That's my review or summary, as you can say, about the keyboard. If you have any questions about it, you can post them in the comments. I'll try to get back. And if you liked the video, then please hit the like. And if you didn't like it, then okay, you can tell me on how to improve it and what would you have liked to see again. So until next time, see you. Bye.